Hi, I'm Amanda with amandascorner.com. Today I'm going to share with you a short routine that I put together. It's a Pilates-based routine specifically intended for golfers. So when I work with my golfers, things that I find most helpful for them and their sport are opening up the side body, spinal rotation, so twisting in both directions because we tend to do our golf swing in just one way, as well as, of course, lots of core work, which Pilates is based on core work. So we'll get our core work and then focusing in on the obliques as well. So all of those things seem to be really, really instrumental for golf. Okay, we're going to get started. If you're able to, we're going to start standing, and then we're going to use a little bit of core work to drop down and come into a seated position. If you're not able to do that, then you can simply just start seated, okay, with your hands behind your knees. So for a little bit more advanced variation, you're going to start up, and you're going to start with your feet together in parallel. You're going to check the posture. So you want the weight even through the feet. You're going to zip up through the belly, lift your pelvic floor. You're going to make sure that you're not squeezing with your backside. You're going to draw the shoulder blades down and in. You'll gaze straight ahead, and you're going to lift up out through the crown of the head and let the chest be really wide here. We're going to do a genie arm. So you're going to stack one arm right on top of the other in front of you, and then you're going to transfer your weight to one foot. So whichever foot feels stronger with balance, you're going to transfer. So I'm going to transfer to my left foot. You're going to take this other foot just behind you. So I'm on my toes behind my left heel, but there's no weight here. Very, very light. And we're going to start to sit all the way down, and it's as if you're sliding down a wall here. So the bum stays somewhat tucked without being squeezed. And then you're going to come down and try to land softly and quietly. Okay. If you didn't get that, you can try the other side, or just give it some practice. You can even try it down, actually, against a wall to have that for balance. Seated tall, we're going to begin to roll back with your inhale. So I have my feet together in parallel, and I just want you to roll back until you start to engage and feel the belly. So this is a little bit of a warm-up for the spine and for the stomach. You're going to exhale and start to come up, and you'll come to a nice tall seated position with each repetition. You're going to inhale to round back. You're going to stay here for a breath. So you'll take your exhale, you'll take another inhale, you're going to exhale and curl up. Okay, we're going to try a couple more. One more just like that. Inhale, coming back, rounding back. Still, you can squeeze the legs together here. You can lift through the pelvic floor, hollow out the stomach. You'll use an exhalation to curl and round up, coming nice and tall. On the next one, we're going to release the hands. So if you're feeling really strong and confident with this, you can start with the hands out. Otherwise, inhale back and then release your arms. And you can bring the hands behind the legs if needed and roll up. We've got one more like that. Inhale, rolling back, releasing the arms for your exhale. You'll take another inhale, you'll exhale to lift up. Okay, so now we're going to come down and add a little rotation. So we're going to inhale and come back. You're going to exhale and start to twist open to the side. And I want you to use your obliques here. You're going to inhale back front and center. Exhale, come up tall. And we'll alternate. So opposite direction, exhale and open. Inhale, front and center. Exhale, lifting up and squeezing. One more each way. Again, we're warming up here. There should be no back discomfort through anything we do through this routine. If you're having some back discomfort, check to make sure that you're holding your belly nice and tight. If you're still feeling back discomfort, then I want you to stop that exercise. You may not be ready for it. And then coming up nice and tall. Okay, from here, hands behind the thighs if needed. We're going to take it all the way down to the mat. So you're going to drop down bone by bone, just curling down, all the way down. And then you're going to walk your feet in so they're a bit closer towards your bottom. And I want you in a neutral position here. So you've got a little bit of space underneath the low back. You're nice and flat on top. You're going to draw the tummy down and in. And we're going to continue to warm up with pistons. So as you inhale, you're going to lift the right knee 90 degrees without letting the pelvis move at all. You're going to exhale and just very gently and lightly set it down. And then we're going to alternate back and forth with the breath. So the goal here is that the pelvis is like a cinder block, okay? It doesn't move at all. If this feels super easy, make sure that you're not pushing with your legs. You want to think about the belly lifting the legs instead of the legs pressing into the ground to lift. So if you find level 1 quite challenging, you're going to continue your warm-up doing these. If you'd like to progress to level 2, you will inhale the right knee up 90 degrees, hold very, very steady through the belly, exhale the left leg up to match it, Inhale the right foot down softly and quietly. Exhale the left one down. And then reversing. Inhale up through left. Exhale to match. Inhale to lower down. Exhale. So if that is a good challenge, you will continue with level 2. For more work, you're going to inhale both up together. You're not allowed to further arch the low back from the mat. You're not allowed to have any back pain. I'm going to say that probably a few more times through the video because I really mean it. You're going to inhale up. If you need more work, you take the feet out a little bit further away from you. But again, that pelvis is not allowed to rock. There's no hula dancing here. That's the whole point. You should feel your belly. Mine's shaking. I don't know if you can see it. So we're going to do a couple more. Inhaling up. Exhale to lower down gently. Last time. And then we're going to inhale back up and make a nice tabletop position. We're going to come into the 100 to finish our warm-up. So you can do your 100 from here. You can lift the head if you're able to. I want you to lift from the upper belly. And you're going to inhale to pulse, breathing in for 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. For more challenge, you'll take the feet further away from you. For more, you take the legs either to a long bend or all the way straight. And in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also place the V in the feet. And you can begin to lower. Two more breaths. You can also add a heel beat. Relax, and you're just going to draw the knees in. You're just going to hug them in. You can rock out the low back if you'd like here. Just catch your breath. You should be nice and warm now. We're going to set the feet down. We're going to take the legs out long if you're able to. If not, you're going to roll to the side and press yourself up because we're going to come to a seated position. So if you have a sensitive back, you might need to roll to the side. Otherwise, you're going to take the legs long into a V shape. We're going to come into a roll up. Arms come overhead, but you keep the back connected. There's no flailing of the ribs. Arms to the ceiling. Inhale, chin to chest. You're going to exhale. You're going to curl up like you're coming over a beach ball. You're going to round forward and find a stretch here. So let the shoulders soften, let the head and neck relax. And then with a full breath, you're going to stack up as if you're just coming up against a wall. You're going to let the arms drag and release. And we're going to come into the saw. So this is a great one to get in that rotation, to get the obliques and to start to stretch through the upper quarter. So the legs are going to come a bit wider than your mat. And you're going to get nice and even on your sit bones. If you need to pull the flesh out from underneath, do so. So you can get nice and tall. If you have to bend the knees to get the spine tall, please do so. I want your back nice and lifted. You're going to take your arms, one out to each side of the room, and you'll take an inhale here. With your inhale, you're going to grow very, very tall. With your exhale, you'll twist. You're going to take your pinky and try to saw off your baby toe. It's okay if it doesn't reach. You're just headed that direction. You're going to pull tight through the belly. You're going to reach this back arm long across the rim. So we inhale nice and tall, arms extend. Exhale, press and reach. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to try 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Sawing off that baby toe each time, letting the arms be really active. If the legs are straight, you can also keep them nice and active by gently contracting through the quadriceps. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale. So last repetition, you're going to come very, very tall here, like there's a harness lifting and pulling your head up to the ceiling. And you grow tall without letting the shoulders raise. You're going to let the arms come down by your sides, but keep that height in the spine. It's like you have a cylinder wrapped around your body. You're lifting up and out. Good. And then we're going to bring the legs together. Scoot your seat towards your feet. And we're going to begin to roll back down nice and slow, bone by bone. And we're going to come into crisscross. So this is another one with a little bit of rotation, a lot of oblique work, and some deep belly work. We're going to let the legs come back to that tabletop position. You're going to stack the palm of one hand on top of the other and place them gently behind your head. So we never want to pull on the neck. They're just here for some support. You'll keep the shoulders pulled down and elbows wide. So they're not allowed to start flapping up like butterfly wings. They're going to be nice and wide. You're going to, again, use the upper abdominals to lift your belly without flattening your back here. Draw the shoulders down. Take an inhale here. With your exhale, you will draw one knee in. Reach the other leg inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, twist, and just pause into it. You get a lot of work with that pause. You inhale and exhale. Inhale to center, elbows open, exhale, twist. If you're not feeling it, think about twisting that shoulder over a little bit deeper, or perhaps lifting the shoulder blades up off of the mat a bit higher. We're going to do 2 more each side. Last time to the left. Back to center, relax down. Again, just draw the knees in. Just take a breath here, just relax. You can roll out. Sometimes it feels good to draw little circles through the hips. Okay, good. So we're going to come into an exercise called half teaser prep. You're going to gently and carefully lower the legs down. Finding your neutral position. So again, you've got space, you're flat on top. You're going to extend that one leg and you're going to glue the knees together. So we're activating that whole inner seam there. The inner thighs are joined together. You're lifting through pelvic floor. You've got the belly nice and tight. We're going to use arms like we did with our roll-up. So they come overhead, but again, they're not allowed to flop. We don't want the ribs popping up to the sky. You're going to inhale, arms to ceiling. Exhale, you're going to roll up. So maybe it's here. If you can, you're going to lift up out of it and get nice and tall through the spine. And then a full breath to come back down. So this leg is really active. It's almost shaking. And I've got my legs squeezed together. So full breath, finish with your exhale, arms overhead. Again, inhale, chin to the chest. Exhale, lifting up. We're going to keep the palms of the hands open. And you're going to inhale and rotate away from that straight leg. Exhale, back in. Full breath, back down. And exhale. Again, inhale, chin to chest. We're going to go the other direction here. You're going to inhale, open. Exhale. And a full breath down. Relax and switch legs. Inhale, chin to chest. So this one is just plain. You stay curled. If you can, you lift up out of it. It's like the breastbone is lifting to the sky, or the chest is opening in a position that it could receive sunlight. Inhale and exhale. We're going to open away with the inhale, away from that straight leg. Exhale. And back down. And we're going to come up and go the other direction. So we're going to the same side as that straight leg. Good. And all the way back down. Relax the legs. Let them come long, small V shape. We come into that roll-up transition position again. So arms, inhale, chin to chest. You're going to curl, lift the belly up and in. Find a stretch here. And then a full breath to stack up. Nice and tall. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into an exercise called spine twist. And I'm going to do this facing forward. You can just stay long on your mat. Okay, so for spine twist, you're going to try to get the legs nice and long and straight out in front of you. Again, we want that length through the torso. So if it's not available to you like this, bend the knees, or you can stick a bolster or a blanket rolled up underneath the knees to support them. But you want that length in the spine. Okay, for spine twist, the trick is that the whole body's going to want to shift. It's not allowed to do that. You have to make all of this come from your obliques and your waist. So the legs need to stay flat and even. You can test yourself if you really want to and place them flat up against a wall, and then you're going to know, you'll feel that pressure if you start to shift through the hips and pelvis. Okay, so staying as still as you can through the legs, inner thighs squeezed together, pelvic floor lifted, tummy nice and tight. You're again going to reach the arms just like we did for the saw. They're going to reach out nice and long to the sides of the room, but we're just going to come to a twist. I'm going to hit the wall. You're going to inhale, and with your exhale, you're going to start to twist and gaze over the shoulder. You'll inhale front, exhale twist. You're going to keep going. Inhale front, exhale twist. I realize that first position you might not be able to see my feet. I don't know if the camera angle is wide enough. So your feet are nice and even. So what I was saying before is this will be the tendency that they're going to want to shift. They're not allowed to do that. You just take the amount of movement that you have available to you with the feet staying still and together. If you use your eyes, it will help you get around a little bit further. And you want to stay tall. You want to keep height through the spine as you twist. It's like you're wringing out a washcloth. You're going to inhale back front and center and relax down. So we're going to come onto the belly. We're going to come onto the stomach and to prone press-ups. You can let the feet be open and turned out. This will be a bit easier and It takes pressure off the low back. If you have a sensitive low back, the more challenge, you can take the feet together and make a little V here. You're going to let the forehead rest down, and you're going to let the hands come just underneath the shoulders, pulling the shoulder blades down. As you inhale, you're going to get long through the spine and start to float up through the body. And what I want you to do is check yourself by levitating the hands. So this is not a big, huge back bend. And it's not a cranking of the head and neck. It's a lifting of the chest, engaging that upper and mid back. You're going to exhale down. This is really, really important to work these muscles for golf. A lot of times with golf, you're kind of rounded forward. Exhale down. Inhale up. So this brings a counter pose, and it starts to cross-train those muscles. We're going to do one more. Inhaling up. You keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Use an exhale to lower down. We're going to take this into swimming. So with swimming, again, if the legs are open, it's going to be a bit easier. If they're tight together, it's going to be a bit tougher. So if you have any back pain, try to take the legs a little wider. Make sure the tummy's nice and tight. No back pain. Okay, arms are going to reach overhead. You're going to come down on the forehead. With an inhale, I want you to float your right arm, your left leg, and your head up. But you are floating your arm from your shoulder blade. You're floating your leg from your bum and the back of your hamstring. And then the head, again, it's not a cranking of the neck. It's just a lift. It's an extension and a lift. And then you're going to exhale down. And we're going to alternate. So you're going to inhale and exhale down. Again, you're engaging all these lovely little muscles down along the spine, your paraspinals. And your belly is tight, like you're lifting it up off of the floor. One more each way. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale, exhale down. We're going to float everything up, and we're going to begin to alternate and flutter, just like we did with the 100, 5-count inhale and 5-count exhale. So it'll look like this, and we'll do 3 full breaths. You're going to float up, and you're going to breathe in, and out, and in, and out. Keep going. Last one. Relax down. You're going to put your hands on the ground. Gently press yourself up. We're going to come back into a child's pose. As long as this is okay on your knees, you're going to sit back onto the heels. Knees can be narrow or wide. You'll get different stretches depending on how you place them, so whatever feels good. Tend to get a little bit more low back release. If they're nice and wide, you'll settle into the hips. Arms are going to reach long overhead, draw the shoulder blades down, and just hold here. You can keep the tummy pulled up nice and tight. And breathe. We're almost finished. You're doing a good job if you're still with me. Okay, we're going to press back up onto all fours. Shoulders come over the wrist. Hips are going to line up over the knees. So you're in a crawling position here. We're going to come into cat-cow, again to release the spine. As you breathe in, you're going to look up in front. You're going to send your sit bones up and behind, but you're still engaging the tummy. It's still lifting up and in. And as you exhale, you'll round. Let the head hang. Let the neck get really long. And you're going to move with the breath. We're going to do just a few. You inhale, and you exhale. One more time. And exhale. We're going to come long through the spine here. Take an inhale. With the exhale, you're going to wag your tail to the right and let your head follow. Inhale back to center. So again, a little bit of side bending here. Get a side stretch, release the body. Golf, like a lot of sports, can become really asymmetrical for the body. It can be one-sided. So it's really nice to come in and do these types of activities that balance out the body. We want to bring harmony back, right to left sides, front to back. And anytime you increase the power of the core, it will help you in all activities. Okay, twisted tabletop. So this is really to get into that thoracic spine. This is very, very important for your sport. So from here in a long tabletop position, we're going to release one hand. You're going to thread it down and through, and you're going to come into a nice twist. With this hand on the floor, you're going to press and just try to get that top shoulder back a little further. If you need to, you can release the arm up. You can bind it, wrap it around to the opposite thigh. Hold and breathe. So this is a really, really good one. You're going to relax, but be gentle. Be careful of your neck. We'll go the other way. You release the hand, thread it down and through. So the weight's not on the neck as you come down. We always want to be careful of the neck. Your weight, my weight here, is a little bit on my head, but it's coming down to the shoulder blade region. You can bind. If you bind, you want to take that hand to the thigh and use it to help assist that top shoulder back and around. We're going to release out of it. We're going to sit back down. We've got one more good belly one. So we're going to come into open leg rocker. All right. Okay. So first, you're going to engage the tummy. You're going to round back. You're going to start to find a balance on the sit bones. You're going to let your hands come down to the ankles. So this could be it. If this feels challenging, you stay here. If you're able to, you're going to take one leg. You're going to lift it. You're going to extend it. And it might be bent. You take it to where you can. You're going to have the leg pretty much in line with the shoulder, a bit, maybe a little bit wider, and a little bit of a turnout here. So you're going to take your balance, lower down. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, if just holding one at a time is really tricky, then just stay there. If you can, you're going to add both. So I'm rounded here, I'm rounded back. I don't have a long spine. I've got a C curve, a little bit of turnout. Again, my legs are just slightly wider than my shoulders. And I'm going to hollow out and gaze down between the legs. So my gaze is low. If this is a lot of work, you stay here. If you're able to, you're going to inhale and roll back. But again, we're going to keep the weight off of the neck. So you're going to inhale back onto the shoulder blades and exhale up and find a balance. Inhale and exhale. So we're not using momentum here. I'm not throwing my head back to get my movement. You want to use your belly. So this is core. And a little back massage. One more. And then you're going to hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Let the legs squeeze together and lower down. Okay, last exercise. We're going to come into a lovely stretch. We're going to have one leg bent in front of you. You're going to take one leg to the side. It's okay if it's narrow. It's okay if it's wide. You take it to wherever you can comfortably sit with those sit bones down. You're going to take the hand closest to your straightened leg. It can come on top of the thigh, which will be a little bit easier. You can bring it down onto the floor for a bit more stretch. Your other hand comes to the hip. First, you're going to be tall. You're going to twist away from the straight leg. So we're opening here. And then you're going to start to slide this hand down until you get a nice long side stretch. You're going to let the head hang so the neck opens. If you need to intensify this, you're going to let the elbow come down. It can come down and rest. Maybe it doesn't rest. Maybe it just bends. It's okay. Just take it to where you have a stretch. Again, you might feel a stretch coming through the back if it's really tight, but this is really more for the side body. And if your belly is tight, you should not have back pain here. Ease out of it or modify your position if you feel pain. You're thinking about both sides of the body along here, so we're not trying to collapse and just come down. We're lifting up and out. We're going to inhale to come up. You're going to use these muscles that we've done a lot of work for to lift you. You're going to inhale and pull up. And we're just going to stretch to the other side. And you're doing really good. We're almost finished. Hand to the hip. Again, you can come to the top of the thigh or in front. You're going to press up and out. So you're lifting up out of the waist. Slide down and find a stretch. You're going to keep letting that top shoulder rotate open. You can gaze up at the ceiling if it's okay on the head. If that hurts the neck, just keep it forward and let it hang heavy. And breathe. Your belly is still pulled in. We're going to inhale all the way up, and we are finished. Great job if you made it this far. I promise if you work on any or all of those exercises, you can do any combination of them, you can do the entire routine, it will definitely help your golf game. It will help balance the body. It's going to get right into that core to help power you through the sport. It's going to give you that rotation and cross training and opening through the sides, and all of those things are so, so important. If you have any questions regarding Pilates for golf, or any of these exercises, some of them I went through kind of quickly, so if you have any questions about form or how to modify it for a particular condition or an injury, then please feel free to email me at amandascorner, CORENER@charter.net. And I look forward to hearing from you, and good luck with your Pilates for golf. Thanks, bye-bye.